Now, taking the meat out of the lobster is really easy. What we're going to do first of all is to just take off each claw, just grab it by the base here and just give it a little twist, and that's off. And the same with the other one. We'll put that to one side and we're going to take the meat from the claws. Now all you do is to just break the leg away from the claw, and we'll do that on each one. And now the trick is to take a nice big heavy knife, and what I'm going to do is give it a thump with the heel of the knife, and as the knife breaks the shell, I'm going to give it a little twist, and that will ensure that we are able to take the whole claw off and leave the meat inside whole. Well, here goes, let's see if I can do that. If it doesn't go through first time, a batch straight along, and there you can take that. What a fantastic piece of meat that is. Okay, then you just take this little claw here and just wiggle it. I'm just wiggling it backwards and forwards, and you can pull it off. And then you just take this here and very gently, out comes the whole claw. That was perfect. And what a wonderful sweet piece of claw meat. And all you've got in there is a little bit of cartilage. It's kind of like thin plastic. You can just eat around it. It won't do you any harm at all. Or indeed, if you're worried about it, you can just cut the edge of the lobster claw and take it out, but it's nothing to worry about. So now we're going to take the meat from the legs. So just pick it up, give it a snap. And with this piece here, I like to just use a knife, give it a quick bash, and just break it, take the shell away, and I like to just use the end of a fork, and look, fantastic nugget of meat. And then we can take this second piece, and just using the fork, just dig out that last wonderful piece of meat. Now we're going to take the meat from the body of the lobster. So you take the lobster, you stretch it out on the board, and you can see right on top of the head is an X, and I always think X marks the spot. That is where the knife is going to go into the fish. The knife goes straight on the back, and with one movement goes straight through the lobster. And then holding onto the head, just lever down until you cut the tail and it's free. Turn the lobster around and just put it right through again and finish off, and then we can open up the lobster and see what's inside. And that's fantastic. I can actually see that this is a female lobster, and I can see that because it's got this red coral and this green stuff here. Don't be put off by the green stuff. It is actually just the uncooked coral. Now what the coral is just the eggs of the fish, and you'll find that when the lobster is actually in season, you'll find that she will carry the eggs underneath her tail. I personally think it's the best part of the lobster. So this is the really easy part. You just take the back of a spoon, pull it underneath the tail, and you get this whole piece of lobster meat out. Everything in the head here, this green coral, this cooked coral there, we'll just scoop that out. Now the only part of a lobster that you can't eat is this little stomach sac that you can see. It's kind of very plasticky and just behind where the mouth of the fish is. Sometimes in the tail of the fish, you'll find a black line running down here, which is really the kind of stomach of the lobster. Now, if the lobster hasn't had anything to eat, it's not going to have a full stomach. But if you do see a black line, it's quite simple. You just get the tip of a knife underneath and you just pull it out like a piece of string. And it's easy.